Hello guys, Kachuba back with another video. So guys, the reason my YouTube name is Kachuba is because I have another YouTube channel called Kachuba. These are obviously on Kachuba Talks. This is where I give my opinion on stuff. Um, I'm interested in a wide array of things, guys. So yeah, I give my opinion on just different stuff in general. But what I really am interested in is cars, right? Hence the name Kachuba. So this will be on Kachuba Talks, but I'm going to talk about a particular car today. So I've got a bit of a gripe that I need to solve, right? Okay, so what am I talking about today? I'm talking about the BMW 325IS, E30 325IS, right? South African legend, as most South Africans would know. This car cuts across most races, maybe not so much white people, but all the other races, or obviously not Chinese people in that, yeah, but black, colored, Indian, um, everyone loves an IS, everyone respects an IS, right? What's my problem? My problem are these amounts, these prices that are being asked for these cars nowadays. And this has been going on, I'd say, for the last maybe 5 6 years even, so it's not even that far back, right? But people are asking crazy amounts for these cars, and what is my issue? The cars are not worth these amounts at all, guys, like not even close. I personally believe that guys are paying close to 3 times what these cars are worth these days, right? And when I say worth, okay, I'm going to explain that just now, right? But yeah, that's my issue. So I've just got some notes, guys, so don't be bothered when I'm looking down, because I just don't want to forget some of these things that I noted down, right? So the first thing, right, that I want to talk about, I just want to put it out there and say that, to me, a good clean 325IS, like the best one, right, at most is worth 500,000 rand. Like, and this would be the cleanest one, guys, that you can come across. At most, it's worth 500,000 rand, 500k. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's where we start. I want to talk about something else, right? Those who are in advertising or marketing would know something called real value versus perceived value. So what's real value? Let me make an example. If you took an iPhone, those who have Apple products, specifically an iPhone. If you took an iPhone, right, the real value of an iPhone would be you being able to take pictures with it, you being able to call with it, you being able to do something with it that is of tangible value, if that makes sense, right? That's a real value. Perceived value would be, for example, the box that it came in. You know, that high premium box it came in? That would be perceived value. It brings no value to your life, really, but you're being charged for it. Perceived value would be the ad. If the ad is a high quality ad that pulled you in and made you end up buying the product, that would be perceived value again. The ad doesn't benefit your life in any way, but you ended up spending because of it, right? Now, this is the kicker. Real value is very difficult to increase, but perceived value is very easy to increase, right? A lot of these products, including Apple products, are only expensive because of perceived value, not real value. The real G's will tell you that a Samsung, a Huawei, even a Xiaomi phone, the real value, camera, processor, those type of things, better than Apple phone. But you can't beat Apple when it comes to perceived value. That's why they can charge 35 to 40,000 rand for a phone, and people will buy it. You see, it's the value that you can't touch with your hand. It's not tangible. It's in a way, it's almost worthless, but still people want it because, hey, those guys are just good at what they do, marketing, advertising, and so on. So it's the same thing with the 325IS, right? The real value of the car, what you're getting when you're paying, right? Cheap as. Personally, I believe what you're getting at most now is worth 300,000 rand. And that 200K, to get it to 500,000, we can just add perceived value, right? To get it to 500,000. So what's the real value of an IS? Nice screaming M20 engine, done by Alpina, the way it looks, that tough, that the reason we're attracted to an E30 in the first place. That shock face, that gangster look, right? What else? It would be the way it makes you feel when you drive it. Actually, to be honest, that's perceived value as well. Right? But okay, let's put it under real value. What would be perceived value? The way people perceive you when you rock up in one. Right? Because that's what most guys are chasing, by the way, when they buy cars like that. They are chasing the feeling that they'll get when someone sees them rocking up in a car like that. You see? So the real value is very low with those cars. The perceived value is decent. Now, trust me, I have no issue with selling products based on perceived value. What I'm saying is where the market is right now with that car, it's even beyond the perceived value you're getting, right? People are charging 1.5 million for those cars, taking a chance. I've seen a car, it's not even a 325 IS, by the way, some dealership in Joburg, I think Tobel or something, they're selling a grey 325i with the MTech 2 kit, so one of those imported ones. They're charging 2.3 or 2.5 million for that, right? What are you getting for 2.5 million? Ask yourself. Don't be stupid. What is it that you're getting for that, right? The real value and perceived value combined. Is it worth that? It's not. It's not. But the guys are playing you. So let me talk about that quickly. So I grew up in the Indian neighborhood, in the Indian area, in my town, in KZN, Newcastle, right? I'll tell you now, Indian guys, Muslim guys, I'll even include colored guys, right? They'd never pay those prices for those cars. It's only black guys who pay those prices. That's the thing they'll never tell you. And that's the thing that is sort of kept low-key under G in this whole thing. It's only the black guys that are being made to pay these crazy prices. In other words, if there were no black guys, right, buying these cars at those prices, the prices wouldn't be that high. Because the Indians, the Muslims, and the colored guys would not pay those prices. As a result, the market would cap off at some point. And it would be like if you charged R1 million for an IS, no one would buy it. You'd sit for 5 years with it, yet you want to sell it, right? So you'd be forced to lower the price. But it's the black guys that are being sold a dream. A lot of these, first of all, a lot of these cars are not even real ISs. Some of them are just two-door chrome bumpers that have been done. That work has been done on the rear lights, and then I think one of those replica MTech 2 kits, terrible MTech 2 kit replicas, terrible replica MTech 2 kits, by the way, available in the world. I can spot one from a distance. I can see that thing. Just by looking at it once, I can already tell you it's replica and fake, right? Some guys are able to fit it so it looks a bit decent, but I can tell, right, when it's rubbish. Maybe someone can comment. I wonder, is it possible to sort of take a real one? Because they don't sell it. BMW doesn't sell an original MTech 2 kit anymore. Is it possible to take one and then take a real one and then sort of 3D print it yourself somehow, and then get it to look as close as possible to the OEM one? I don't know. Please tell me if anyone knows. I'd really love to know that. Then, so it's the black guys that are paying these crazy prices, guys. These guys, I'm telling you, will probably never get back the money that they're paying for these cars, right? And secondly, just that alone, the whole fact that you can't even get an OEM kit anymore. Imagine when you crash that car, or if someone bumps you, not even a big crash, bumps you but damages the bumper properly, or hits you on the side, damages the side of that kit properly. Where will you get that thing? An OEM one. But okay, that's a side note. We can put that aside. But guys need to be smart when dealing with this market. There's these guys that are E30 specialists. They are milking these black guys with money. Indian guys, Muslim guys, colored guys would never pay those prices because they know those cars are not worth that. They know that. That's the thing, right? But anyway, so the other thing is, one of the biggest reasons I'm doing this, by the way, making a video like this, and I'll continue talking about this till, I'll tell you now, till when. One of the reasons I'm making this video is I want a 325 IS myself, and I want to make as many guys as possible to get smart regarding this issue. I want to tank the market, or maybe let's not call it tanking it. I want to get the market, I want to correct the market. I want to get it to where it's supposed to be, right? At that 500,000 mark. And hopefully by the time I have enough money to buy one, which will be in a year and a half, right? Then I'll be able to get a decent IS without paying these stupid prices, right? Because obviously I won't buy an IS at a stupid price, right? So I'll do this work to tank the market, to lighten up everyone's mind to this issue, till people who have these cars and the people who are charging these crazy prices for these cars, till they are stuck with these cars and they are forced to lower the prices. Till they are forced to lower the prices. That's what I'm gonna do. Then you get these guys with the normal 4-door box. Guys are starting to charge 500,000 for a normal box. I don't care how clean it is, bro. That was a mass-produced car. Plenty of them, right? You asking 500,000, please, bro. But anyway, there's that. Then this is something else that I want to say. Just because someone is asking for R1,000,000 for something, whether it's a car, whether it's a house, whether it's a ring like the one on my finger, doesn't mean it's worth what he's asking. People need to stop thinking that just because, especially something used, it could even be something new, to be honest, right? But especially something used. If someone is asking, so look at this, right? 325 ISs are selling for 1,000,000 to 1,500,000, clean ones now. So if the price ends up getting to 4 million, so do we just start paying 4 million for 325 ISs just because some dealership decided now that they want to charge 4 million for an IS? Come on, guys, get fucking smart, right? Stop being stupid, you know? So yeah, please just hold on, guys. So yeah, guys, so we don't just start paying 4 million rand for a car just because the dealership is asking for it. We look at the value. What are we getting back for the money that we're paying, right? Otherwise, you're just donating money to people who don't need it, by the way, because they've got plenty of it, right? There's that. Then, okay, I spoke about the one at Thobela Cars for over 2 million rand, right? That is not even an IS. But anyway, I'm coming to that chat again, right? Then here, my last point on this is there's this sickness that we have as South Africans where we put value on a car just because it's imported. Fine, I understand if ever a car is gonna be valuable, for it's imported and we put value on it, and it's a car that was not produced in South Africa or sold in South Africa. I get that, right? But even then, obviously there must be demand for the car, right? And so on and so on. But a car was sold in South Africa. Now you're importing the very same car that was sold in South Africa, but you want me to pay a premium just because you imported it. How does that make sense, right? Think about this. Let's go back to the one at Thobela Cars, right? That is a 325i Sport, probably imported from England since it's right-hand drive, right? Probably, right? I stand to be corrected. But let's just say it is that, right? A 325 IS is better in every way than a 325i Sport. But Thobela Cars, right, will price that at 2.5 million and then right there say imported. Now you must pay for that. People need to be smart when it comes to this shit. It's just a car, bro, and it's just an E30. That's the other thing. It's a box. I'm just gonna mention it and say it. It is just a box. And the real G's understand what I mean when I say it's just a box. You understand? Don't fall for the perceived selling of a dream that is being done to you when it comes to these things, right? Then there's just one more thing. that I'm also starting to not like, that is just there as well. But this one is less of an issue. It has less to do with the value of the cars and so on, but it's a thing that I've noticed. E30s, all of them, IS, normal box, whatever. These cars were driven by a certain type of guy 10 years ago. Think about it. The type of guy that's driving an E30 nowadays, right? That type of guy, you can picture him in your mind, right? That type of guy. When you buy your E30, you're now being grouped as that type of guy as well, right? And it's not the type of guy it's not the look that made you fall in love with the car in the first place, especially if you're an older guy. I'll just leave it there. One last thing again, just want to shout out some of the guys that made me fall in love with this car from Newcastle in KZN. Zaid had a silver one, right? I hope the Zaid gets to see this. Kubeshin had a blue one, right? Clean as fuck. Nikki had a red one. And then Saeed Jamluddin, the cleanest one to ever come out of the town, a blue one as well, right? Beautiful cars. Those are the guys that made me fall in love with the 325 IS. It's that simple. Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And especially comment. I'd love that. I'd love to see to hear what some people have to say. Obviously, there's people who won't like the video and so on. I don't mean to fight with anyone. It's just an opinion that I have. And those who agree with me, please comment as well. And yeah, let's make the videos better, guys. Please like the video to push it to more people. Cheers, guys.